The latest report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics shows inflation is continuing to drop. Prices rising at a 3% rate, the slowest pace in 2 years. And that's thanks in part to lower gas prices, airline fares, grocery costs, and even cheaper used cars. The Consumer Price Index shows price increases easing a year after inflation spiked to its highest level in 4 decades. The inflation rate is down from a 4% annual rate in May. Experts say that means wages are now finally rising faster than prices. Although prices are rising slower, shoppers can still expect some sticker shock compared to pre-pandemic levels.
Prices are still rising for the most part, but they're rising at a slower rate. That is still an obstacle for consumers. You think about building off this ever higher base. I mean, that's a really big deal for bigger ticket items like rent. Shelter costs are actually driving about 70% of that monthly inflation increase. So that's still a real trouble spot.
Plus, prices are still above the Federal Reserve's 2% target. Economists are keeping their eyes on whether this trend continues through the summer. E.J. Anthony of the Heritage Foundation weighed in on CBN's Faith Nation.
Unfortunately, inflation is settling at 3%. It has been trending down. But if you look at the monthly increases over the last year, what you find is that 3% has essentially become the new baseline. In other words, there's no sign that we're going any lower from here on out. There's no sign that we're going to get to that 2% target of the Federal Reserve.
And as far as a potential recession, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says it's not completely off the table. Anthony expressed his concern.
I don't think there's a way out of this without a recession. You can't spend, borrow, and print trillions upon trillions of dollars and not expect any negative consequences. I'm not sure when we forgot that.
Another question is if the decline will affect the Fed's policy of hiking interest rates to bring down inflation. While economists say it appears those hikes are helping, they're still putting the squeeze on Americans trying to pay down credit cards or buy a home or a car. Mark Martin, CBN News.